Hi guys, today's video is going to be about site speed, the importance of it, but also the limitations of increasing the speed of your site. Now, we know that site speed does matter when it comes to rankings. Because of that, it's often said that it's a direct ranking factor, which I would agree to an extent. It has its uses, and if you can reduce the time taken to load your site, it's a plus. But at the same time, I think it's a factor that people place too much importance on. I think favouring speed and lightweight sites over everything else can in fact reduce rankings and can certainly affect your conversions. So let me just dive into the subject and I'll explain more. So it matters to an extent. There's a point at which a website becomes too cumbersome, slow, both for the search engine algorithms and for the end user. Now, the length of people's attention span and patience they have generally is reducing. Everybody's getting busier, internet speeds are increasing, so people's demands are going to go up. They want something which loads faster. Naturally, websites have had to load faster than they previously did. There's a point at which you need to stop continually looking for a faster speed. Anything else you do is going to be, it's going to be pretty fruitless. You're going to reach the point of diminishing returns. So, i.e., your conversions or your sales may suffer if you strip the site of too much. And okay, in theory, you might think you'll rank higher for some extra keywords, but if your content only gives you a certain percentage of potential customers or clients, and is that extra kick worth it? And, is it going to keep them? Is it worth keeping it in and having it a bit slower if the conversion rate stays that little bit higher? So I'm not sure that the boost from reducing overall site load time always returns more benefit in terms of overall traffic quality and converting it into revenue. So what about other ranking factors? You also obviously have to take these into account. Speed doesn't count for links, even against a competitor with a slower site. But if it has a significantly better link profile, you're going to be fighting with them over the rankings, and they could outrank you quite easily. And I think all things equal, Google will rank a faster site over a slower one, but a faster site doesn't equate. It's not gonna always outrank something which has really good, strong links. Really, in essence, website speed is just a subcategory of something else that's the most important ranking factor, which is the user experience. And the user experience is going to encompass things like your content, the design of it, as well as site speed, but also kind of how the user interacts with the site, stickability, gamification, a bunch of other stuff, how easy it is to share things. It's a lot more complex than just how fast does the site load. So what that means is if you solve the speed problem, but your content then sucks because you've tried to reduce down the site, the size of the site or something like that, if your bounce rate goes up to 99%, and your average time on page is really low, then you're never going to win the ranking game. And according to Search Engine Land, in an article, they said that Google's RankBrain can analyse which web pages are receiving the best user signals and provide the best results to meet user intent. What that means is, even if you reach the top, because you've got a super fast site, a RankBrain will eventually demote you if your on-site metrics are poor. So yes, you could build a really plain HTML site that loads in, 200 milliseconds. It would be an amazingly boring site. It would reflect in a page metrics, and then you would get demoted for that. So to summarise, yes, work on your site speed, get it as low as possible, but you have to work out the benefit and loss of incorporating things which will slow it down slightly, whether that's having content, having images, a couple of plugins or something. If it's really not necessary, then don't include it, but don't strip out everything just to reduce the size of the site. You, in essence, take out what you don't need, and you'll enjoy the benefit of having a slightly more lightweight site, but don't obsess over it. So guys, thanks for watching the video, hope that clarified it, and see you in the next one.